Every time it does that. Every single
time. What
time.
does what?
Huh?
What are you even talking about?
Oh, that's because you don't care. That's why you don't know what I'm talking about.
Don't start your crap.
No, I mean, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. That you don't.
Listen,
right.
I'm telling you. Listen, you're adding to the Thursday's barrel. So if you want me to stop, you better stop right now. You better stop right now.
You came in. You came in not caring. What do you want from me? What am I supposed to just not speak on your not caringness?
I said what I said.
Okay. All right. All I'm saying.
I want to hear your mouth.
Is you don't care.
Okay.
But that's it. I'm not saying nothing else.
Nope. I'll show you how much I don't care. You stop while you're ahead. You don't listen. See, that's your problem. You don't listen.
You know how I know you? You know how? No, you want to know how you know I care?
I don't care that you care because you say I don't care, but go ahead.
I see that you got a fresh retwist relatively recently.
Oh, you asking too many questions.
I didn't even ask a question.
On the weekend, not during, production, but I won't say anything else.
Wait, what happened?
I won't say anything. I don't put you out there, unlike some people.
I said you have a nice fresh retwist. I complimented you.
I appreciate that.
So what?
But I'm also throwing barbs because, you don't know how to be quiet.
Oh my God. You know what? Fine. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to compliment you. I'm not going to.
It's too late. You already did. And I told you I appreciate it.
No, you didn't.
Too late, Key.
No, you didn't.
This has been recorded.
You did not tell me you appreciate. Did you? Did you really? Nah, I didn't hear that.
It's been recorded.
There's no way. Okay. There's absolutely no way.
You want to put bets? Because that's what we did last time, and I won. So.
What bet you ain't? What bet you win? What bet you win?
I don't know because it was so long ago.
Nah,
I'm just saying.
My man's be capping for the gram. You know what? It should be illegal.
Man.
It should be illegal.
B, I don't know what you're saying, but
B, I've been trying to tell you, we can't hear you, fam.
Can't hear you, fam.
B don't care.
I don't
Reese
know
don't care.
what's happening right now.
Nobody cares. B doesn't care. Reese does. This is really Manic Mondays. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What's crazy is this whole time I was like, I couldn't even get a word in. I'm like, these dudes are beefing about hair. I don't know what's happening right now.
About anything.
I'm sitting here telling you, like, yo, can't hear you. We can't hear you, but you don't care. Nobody cares.
No cap. Didn't even see that. I was doing something.
Nobody cares.
You want to know why? Because apparently you don't care.
It's Manic Monday. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
That's all I'm saying.
No care Monday? Is this a thing now? No camera.
So right before we get into the show, like sometimes we have a little bit of time to read the chat, and it's just J Negative just going in, bro. So you guys married, huh?
He won't leave me alone.
I gave him a compliment. And he didn't want to accept it. Reese, right now you're being unreasonable.
Are we back on this? Are we back on this unreasonable thing?
I'm not going down that rabbit hole because we won't ever have our episode if we chase that. So yeah, I'll get at you later.
You guys are being unreasonable.
It was much brighter in here, and then my wife turned off that light, which she never does, which I always leave it on for the streams. And she was, oh, let me shut this off. Click, click. Now I'm like shrouded in darkness. Now I'm on my Reese.
Yeah, mine is
like my ring light's here, but it's still like
how we can see
this. Oh,
feel a little.
This one's better,
and it's on its brightest setting. So this is what we looking like. This is what we at. This is what we doing.
I'm gonna use the brown light today. I always use the blue one. Made me look like an alien, but looking right now. Like my man's back here, by the way.
I'm glad you're feeling comfortable with yourself. It makes me happy that you feel comfortable with yourself right now.
Usually when you compliment me, there's something malicious following up. So
you see?
I think, okay, then just making sure you're asking your intent. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh my gosh.
Man, it's getting crazy up in here.
It's Manic Mondays, man. What you're talking about. Manic Monday. It's the first Monday of the new year. It's manic.
It's true.
Bro, you gotta get all the jitters out
early. It's the first Monday of the new year.
That's it.
I didn't even think of that.
Fourth day. We have 359 days left.
What's your resolution?
change all my passwords.
Oh yeah,
That's your New Year's resolution, to change all your passwords.
He was just telling me about that.
I
He was
hate you.
doing all my password changes.
I hate you. Like okay. V, you have a New Year's resolution.
This is the malign that I was talking about. There's always something behind it.
No, I was fine. It would have been if you would have just gave me a quality New Year's resolution, I wouldn't have said nothing. But no, your resolution is to change your passwords.
That's not quality.
Shout out to J Negative for the gifted sub, since we haven't officially started yet. Let's get on something positive besides these two hating each other.
I never said hate. We'll leave it at that.
Oh man.
KG as well. Appreciate you, brother. Man,
our people are trying to bring positivity in. So you know what? I'm gonna allow them to do so. Thank you very much.
I don't really do resolutions, I create a list of goals for the year, and I just bang them out. And at the end of the year, I look back and see how much of it I got done.
Okay.
Not all of it. So that
sounds like my job's checkpoint. So make these goals, beat them.
Yo, you know what I did? I actually made a because I never do this, and I think whatever. It was just I think it was a good idea, but I made a to-do list today.
Okay.
And gosh, I wish I never did that. That was horrible. Like.
Now, I was is your resolution to do more to-do lists?
No, but like it was. Because I'm always sitting at my computer and like, bro, I'll be working on one thing, then I'm like, oh, I have to work on that, and I start working on that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do that, and then I look at something and I'm like, oh, I was working on this, so I would just I'm beaming around, just doing a bunch of different things at once, forgetting a bunch of stuff that I was previously working on. So today, I do that a lot. I actually wrote a list, and dang, that list was thick. That was a thick boy. Like I was like, yo, I got. You know
what you do?
I need to chill. What up?
You scrap that list and you start anew. You do one thing at a time, then you fulfill it. You get to the next item, because that list is just gonna grow now.
That's the point of the. How do you knock off an item off a list if you do not make a list?
Nah, it's to scrap the whole list. Start anew. B?
Do actually have a resolution. I totally forgot. Like I normally don't do them.
Okay.
But this year, right. I'm going to watch more streamers. That's what we spoke about this. Yeah. We spoke about.
You said you wanted to do it, but I didn't know it was your resolution.
Yeah. So that's on my to-do list.
Are you allowed to make resolutions post NYE?
Well, yeah. So this was what?
A couple of days ago.
It was a couple of days ago that we had this conversation. I think it was Thursday night.
Something like that.
Whatever. It was a couple of days ago.
No, it was Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
It was Sunday.
Well, that's yesterday then.
It's yesterday, yeah.
So still I guess you can make resolutions after. You know what? We make our own rules on this show. That's what we do. We do things differently. We're the sore thumbs out there. We're the black sheep out there. So we do our own thing.
Fine, I'm copping that then. Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Well, I can say for sure that I'm definitely ecstatic that your New Year's resolution is to watch more streamers. That makes me happy inside.
Streamer.
Yes. This is what we do.
More streaming. Okay, fine.
There you go.
I gotta get into it. I do podcasts. I do radio shows like sports talk and all that stuff. But actual streamers, I gotta get into that more.
You see me? Was it yesterday or the day before? I had my Pop-Tarts, I had my champagne, and I had Call of Duty. I was in the most happiest places yesterday or the day before. I forget.
Dude, see, I did this. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yesterday was quite eventful.
Yeah. I was
2020 had our time perception all messed up, and that clearly carried over to this year.
Dude.
I don't even know what happened yesterday.
Well, it's because we changed to having our meetings on Saturdays, and then I had to do something on Saturday, so we had to do the meeting yesterday. And yesterday was just
messed up.
Yeah, yesterday was just a whole bevy of things happening yesterday. So maybe that's why we're all out of whack. But we're here. It's Monday, Monday, first episode of the year, gentlemen. This is pretty cool.
And it's a manic one. Manic Monday.
So let's do it right and wrong at the same time.
At the same time. So should we get started on this Manic Monday?
Let's do it,
why
man.
not?
Happy Monday. Let's go.
First, let me take a sip of my nice cold Poland Spring You know that it's the choice of Trigger Talk TV. And with that being said, welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am, of course, Key, and I'm here with my two best buds that anyone could have. B.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
And Reese.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Right. Nice. Very nice.
You're too excited. I'll take it back.
I especially love the Happy New Year texts because, you know, those of you
with the iPhone?
iOS,
Yep.
you know, you you constantly get fireworks. So like if 100 people send you Happy New Year's, every time you open your
you
phone,
gotta see it.
There's another explosion on your phone. It's very nice.
My beef is it only happens once because I'm like, what if I just like go back, see it again? See it again.
Nah, you
like,
gotta
yo,
keep
can you text me
it.
Happy New Year again so I can see it again?
You gotta get that love. You gotta get that love, you know?
Yeah, you're right. What y'all do today, man? That Slack outage. So y'all that are currently listening that had to deal with that Slack outage like I did, that was a bite to my day.
A Slack outage?
I like to get
Slack is like it's the
Discord. Work Discord.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And they don't go down for anything. Like I looked at their calendar, they usually have 100% uptime, 99.99998% uptime.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be out for almost 6 hours today, the whole world was flipping out. So that's
pretty nutty.
Yeah, my Twitter feed went crazy with it. Everybody was talking about the Slack outage.
Man.
Yeah, that delayed everything I had to do today. But other than that,
normal day.
The ordinary.
Normal day besides that. Yeah. My day was good, man. I just like Key said, a lot of stuff, you know. Oh, we have a for you guys who don't know, who don't follow us on other socials, we have a interview tomorrow with the development team of Rookie. Hope I'm saying that right.
We'll figure it out.
Polygon Treehouse. Very exciting. Very excited to do this interview.
VGA nominated.
Yes, the VGA nominated Rookie. The game is amazing, man. It's right up my alley. So if you guys haven't touched it, haven't seen it, check it out. Check out a trailer or something like that. It's fire. And we're gonna actually be able to talk to those guys tomorrow, 12 EST. So hopefully you guys can tune in, and if not, it'll be up in our various places
for the world to listen to. Yeah.
So me and Key was getting stuff together for that today. It's good. We had a good day. We had a busy, productive day, and I got to spend a lot of time with my daughter. So
super busy, super productive. I'm low key becoming TikTok famous, so I was.
This is true.
Here we go.
Is it you?
One video.
Is it
you?
Wolfie?
Look, man, it doesn't matter. We were both in the video, so it doesn't matter. That thing exploded, and I'm reaping the benefits. I appreciate everybody that checked it out because it was super dope. That video
I was
crazy.
checking out your TikTok today. I was okay. Key got a TikTok.
It's
okay. I'm just waiting for the
playing
first
around.
dance, bro. I'm waiting for the first dance. I'm waiting for the first little.
I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know about that, but we're gonna.
You better make sure that cat gets her due because she's putting in all that work.
She got a whole cabinet full of snacks. She's good to go. That's all she cares about, snacks.
She needs 2 cabinets now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna need some more. I'm gonna need some more viral TikToks. I'm gonna need some more.
You need a couple more.
I'm gonna need some more viral TikToks for that.
What's
for
it
the
called?
Double
Equivalent
cabinet.
exchange. She gives her the attention.
Yeah, it's not equivalent.
Alchemy.
She was getting overpaid for doing nothing. She's finally paying me back for all the snacks I gave her with that viral video. So I appreciate. Thank you to Wolfgang for finally paying me back.
Wow. All right.
And anyways, Reese, what do we have, brother man? What do we have?
She was getting overpaid for just being around.
Let's talk about that real stuff other than my man's leeching off his cat and the fame and all that stuff. Hitman.
Ooh, you know that's my jam.
One of B's favorite series. I don't know how you feel about it, Key. Actually, I never really heard you talk about Hitman.
Because I only played it. Yo, actually, I got a quick funny story about Hitman.
Go on.
Okay, I was actually staying on B and Mick's couch when they was living together. I was on their couch, and I wasn't staying there, but I was coming by like every day. I was like a couch, whatever. It doesn't even matter.
And you was like a couch.
We've been
Like-
through some times together,
Like
man.
I was like
Nah,
staying on their
no
couch
man.
all the time. But so anyways, they Mick had just bought Hitman, and he was like at work, and I woke up and Hitman was on the table, and it was it was still fresh and crisp, and he bought it brand new from like GameStop or something, and so I guess he had a plan to play it when he got back home, and you always want to get. It's a brand new game. You always want to get first play on your game. But I woke up, synced it, and I was like, "Oh, crack!" I just busted it open. I started playing it on hard. That game is OD hard. I remember you had to kill some people with the wire, and like sneak around like a park area or like an outside like park area, whatever.
That was Absolution. It had to be Absolution for PS3. Had to be.
Yeah, that's okay.
Had to be.
I remember just having this wire. You got to like
the Garrett wire,
Metal Gear it. Yeah.
Wire, yep.
And but I was playing on hard, obviously. So it was just mad OD. And then he came home. He was like, "Yo, who opened my game?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yo, I'm kind of bummed about that." I'm like, "Dude, that's so messed up. Somebody opened your game." I'm gonna head out though.
I'm gonna head out.
But that was my story. I just did.
Treachery.
Yeah. Look, man.
Listen, man.
He still got my bloodborne, so it's okay.
What? So you committed that's like grave sin number 2. Number 1 being you play somebody else's save file and potentially save over it with.
Save over somebody else's play file, B? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's
listen.
number 1.
I had a
Easily.
treacherous moment, dog.
B, he don't care.
So that was Grandia 2, man.
Yep.
That was a treacherous moment. So we had our save files. I was 1, and I think he was 99.
No, we swapping memory cards, and you didn't take mine. I didn't take mine out. One of those,
and I just saved
over
boom,
both
right
of
over
them. Over because you always do one at the bottom and then one at the top, one at the bottom.
That's what it was. We both were doing 1 and 99,
just in case.
Just on
instinct.
muscle memory. I saved 1 and 99, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Oh, we didn't change memory cards, and
he saved over both of my files.
I was scum.
And I had to start over. I was like, "Dad."
Straight scum. Hitman. See, this is what we do. We get sidetracked, ladies and gentlemen. Hitman, let's go.
Hitman. Square had purchased Eidos in 2009. We all knew that. And with that acquisition came
what?
Interactive.
Hitman.
Way back in 2009. So almost 11 years ago at this point. And so actually to preface this, I came across this kind of clickbaity article name. IO Interactive without Hitman. And I'm like, excuse me? IO Interactive. Well, actually, at this point, the Hitman franchise has outlasted every single employee at IO Interactive. There is no one there who has worked on every single game.
Wow.
So Agent 47 essentially has been working at IO Interactive longer than any of the current employees.
Well, Agent 47 is that guy.
It doesn't make sense. But and on May 17, and this is a little after Absolution's release, Square Enix had announced that they were selling IO Interactive due to Square Enix's, quote, refocusing of resources and energies on key franchises and studios. Through the art of negotiation and the love for the games that they were making, IO Interactive was able to, what's the word I'm looking for? They were able to buy themselves out, a management buyout. So now they are independent for the first time in their history. They were finally independent as of June 17. Now, when you say Hitman, great games come to mind.
Oh yeah,
games that make sales, memories, and all the other.
Yeah.
So why would Square release such a diamond, knowing that Hitman is almost going to bring in money no matter what? So in March 2017, which was the end of Square's fiscal year, they had earned about 2.5 billion in revenue.
Okay.
And this was even after they decided to dump IO Interactive, which cost them 43 million at the time, which is 47.5 million adjusted for inflation. They still had a record profit, even though they had let go of the company. So I'm trying to figure out, This is Hitman. Why do you want to let go of such good IP?
I don't know.
So
it's a great IP, dude.
It is. So the site GameIndustries.biz, they actually spoke to the Square Enix president and CEO, Yosuke Matsuda, who revealed that this was actually a really difficult decision for him, but it was necessary to control the success of his company, so on and so forth. Quote, in the case of Hitman, I personally love the game. I think it's very unique, but I always have to take a look at things from the perspective of what it costs versus to develop and the performance it delivers, so on and so forth. In the case of Hitman, that balance was not sufficiently achieved. Whether it's our Western or Japanese studios at Square Enix, we sometimes end up with conflicts or shortages in terms of resources. Interesting statement. And keep that one in mind. I felt that if we were not able to continue sufficiently investing in Hitman, it would wind up ruining the game. We found ourselves in a difficult position. A decision had to be made in terms of our relationship with the Hitman team. I wanted them to develop the game, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of different from what you hear typically. Like, he's saying he wants to release the game because he wants to make sure that it actually continues to be great.
That's commendable.
That's interesting. Like, so, but that's kind of weird because, like, is he saying that he doesn't feel the previous two were up to par?
So that resource conflict that I mentioned earlier,
yeah,
was almost certainly attributable to the multi-year partnership that they had signed with Marvel Studios.
Wait, so they took the resources that would have went to Hitman and put it into Marvel?
Because this is when they signed the deal to start working on what we see as the Avengers game.
Oh no, that's terrible. That's an investment. Oof. I mean, you had a good idea.
They took some of the resources for Hitman and was like, well, we know Hitman's going to do okay. We better go put it into this because it's going to sell like crazy. It's going to be
Marvel.
A banger.
This is going to make us money.
Marvel, yeah.
No, Square.
It's crazy, right?
What you doing, baby?
I'm like, no, they had a good. I mean, it was a good idea. It's a smart investment, but they just blew it.
Marvel,
they messed that game up.
Yeah, it's Marvel. You know, it's Marvel.
It's safe to say that he did not take this decision lightly. The CEO is openly a fan of the IO's Assassination series. He actually showed off his skills at an E3 live stream back in 2017.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
Such, he's actually happier that IO was able to achieve independence rather than being absorbed by some other publisher.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, it's because I believe, it would not be Hitman unless it was Hitman by IO. So I thought that it was the best way for the game to continue, and that's why we're supportive of the management buyout and the fact that they let IO keep their own IP.
Let's go. I appreciate that.
Because there have been a number of company sales that we know where it was like, oh yeah, you can go, but we can keep that IP. Konami. So
yeah, real talk, man.
There's that.
Shout out Kojima, baby.
Kojima.
So between all of that, Hitman 3's coming in 16 days.
Oh,
16 days. Wow.
Yep. So on the 20th, which is, I think they chose that date intentionally because it has been 20 years of Hitman. So they're releasing it on the 20th.
20 years of Hitman. Wow. Yo, that just made me feel old. That's
Excuse me. Did you say 20 years of Hitman?
2-0.
And we're on Hitman 3?
Well, no.
So
the original series.
The original series, yeah. The 2016 release was a reboot. That's actually my introduction to the Hitman series. I played a little bit of Blood. Is it called Blood Money? I think it's called.
You probably played Hitman 2, Silent Assassin.
Silent Assassin, and then I touched on Absolution also. But the first game that I actually went into and decided I wanted to beat it and try to unlock everything was the Hitman reboot, which came out in 2016.
The only thing I know about Hitman is the movie. The movie was pretty dope.
The movie was decent. The most recent one, it was decent. It was
most recent? I only know about one.
Yeah.
But
it might have been two. No, there was two. There was Hitman back in 2007, and then there was Agent 47 in 2015.
Maybe it was Agent 47 I seen.
Yeah.
The only thing that weirded me out was I thought Hitman wasn't supposed to have any emotions. I never beat a game, but like I thought that was one of their things. They're not supposed to have emotion.
Typically,
yeah, and he had a love interest
and all of that.
In the movie, yeah, the movie was. It's not really like the game, you know.
Yeah.
But he does have a connection to his handler. Like they're tight. Like that's his homie.
Mhm.
In the game.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
ride for each other, especially in the reboot series.
In the reboot, yeah.
But even in the
Really
original
cool.
series, they're tight and they always have each other's back. That's pretty cool. That's in terms of the IP, like being the IP and not getting tossed around and bounced around between all these different companies. It's really dope to see that IO was able to maintain Hitman, because I love Hitman. It's one of my favorite series. Like I love like stealth and things like that. You guys know that. So back in 2002, like actually the first one I ever played was Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. And I fell in love. Like I fell in love with the series. I love all the different, like the freedom that you can go about doing a linear story. Like, yes, you like, especially in the older ones, it's just even still to this day, it's like you drop into a mission, you drop into a world or to a place, and then you have to complete it. Like you have to complete that level. And there's just so many different ways of doing that. And
There's too many ways if you ask me.
I love those options. And then how it kind of turned into a thing where people will record the way that they got through missions and post it online, and people will just interact. Like to see like Hitman go from what I know it to be to what it is now is really cool. Like to see a solo single player game just be so celebrated online and people sharing the way that they got kills or completed missions, just really cool. And like Reese was saying, like it's an IP. Like this thing has movies. The spin-offs for the mobile were really good. Like Hitman Go and Hitman Sniper are amazing games. Like Hitman Go
Hitman
is
Sniper
one
is
of
hella fun.
Yeah, like Hitman Go is probably one of my favorite mobile games. Like, I actually paid full price for that, and I beat it. Like I beat as much of it as I could.
Yeah, I remember you playing Hitman Go.
Oh, I love
Hitman
it,
Go
man.
also
I love
sounds
it,
like a Pokemon.
It does, right?
Hitman Go, Hitman Go.
Hitman Go, Hitman Go.
Hitman Go.
There's actually a
But,
DDR song. Never mind. I'm getting off.
Oh, let's
Probably.
yeah, you getting off track with the DDR.
But yeah, man. Huge fan of the series. I'm excited for 3. I'm probably gonna cop it. I mean, I have a lot of games to play right now. My log is turning into Keys log, so I'm trying to beat them. But I'm actually beating the games. I'm actually getting through them. So, yeah.
So one of the factors that was believed to attribute to the actual decision for Square to let go of IO was how it actually released the Hitman reboot. Sorry. It followed an episodic structure, which for those who aren't really familiar with that, think Final Fantasy VII are how they're currently thinking about releasing the game.
Yeah.
But instead of a whole giant new game, there was Hitman at season 1, Hitman season 2, Hitman season 3, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing for 2 season with the seasons. If they're following convention, because with 2, it was actually Hitman 1 and 2. Like you could play through 1 and then it would connect you into 2 using that same data. I was reading that they're probably planning on doing the same thing with 3. So it'll have Hitman 1, 2, and 3, and it'll be under 100 gigs on your system. Because Hitman 2 is actually taking up 150, by the way. So I'm most likely going to buy it too, because I want to finish off the trilogy and then get to know the characters a little bit more. What I like to do, since I didn't play the Hitman series from the beginning like you did, I like to go on the wiki and be like, all right, type in Agent 47. What's his deal? What happened in this game? This, that, and the other. So instead of me doing that, I'll play 3 and learn the story myself. The reason for the title of that article, IO quote, walking away from Hitman is, the game must have cost a fair amount to make, because if Square was willing to release them and incur a $40+ million loss, it must have cost more than that in order to continue making it in-house where they stay.
Yeah.
And now they have the new project that they announced in November 2020, Project 007, which is supposed to be based on his origin story.
Excuse me?
Bro, I'm telling you, this thing is a cash cow. Hitman is a low-key cash cow. It's just this sprawling network of assassin games. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, the two things that based the name of that article was that They're working on a 007 game, and they don't want to be known as the Hitman studio. Yes, they did come out with another game, the Kane and Lynch series. For those that played it, they were responsible for that one also.
Kane and Lynch was fire the first one.
They don't want to be the Hitman studio. They want to be IO Interactive, who makes good games.
Right.
So now they're going to step away from the Hitman series for a little bit, work on other IP, and then eventually come back to it.
So Hitman 3 is the last Hitman for a while.
For a while, yes.
Whoa. You know, they also announced a television series for Hitman 2. I think it was Hulu. And it's I remember the script was being done by the writer of John Wick.
Wait.
So,
what? Say again?
That there was a television series for Hitman as well. I believe it was Hulu. It could have been Netflix or Amazon. It could have been anybody, but it's going to be written by the creator of John Wick, or like the writer of John Wick, which is exciting to me. I love those John Wick films, bro. I am a fan of those films. So
I've never seen them. I want to see it. It was supposed to be on, I think HBO Max, but it wasn't there.
It's probably coming. Hopefully they are, because that's a phenomenal series, man. I love
Yep, a Hitman TV series is in production by Hulu alongside Fox 21 and Dave Kolstad.
There it is.
He'll be writing for the series plot.
There you go. Key, it's definitely right up your alley. It's just
John Wick,
non-stop action. It's just
Cody talks about it all the time. He told me I would like it, but I just never saw it.
It'll definitely
three of them, right?
your Google Goblin gaming brain, whatever it's called. It will definitely do that. It's just nonstop. If you like Raid Redemption, stuff like that, it's just constant action.
I never seen that either.
Oh man, yo, you wow.
I know. That's the one where he was like in the apartment, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Into the apartment complex, and they just gets cracking.
Yeah,
the moment they go in, there's no more. It's just action, just nonstop action. Yeah, man. Now in terms of this installment in the Hitman series, is it anything new features, new anything, or is it just a direct continuation of Hitman 2 with next gen graphics? Like they didn't change nothing, they didn't add any new features.
I think they're doing the same thing that they did with 2. So it's 2, a new entry. Here, play 1, get acclimated with everything. Go into 2 with our new shiny polish, and then with 3, get reacclimated. 1 and 2, we got some new polish. It looks even better. It takes even less storage on your computer, and then they're probably going to do the episodic release thing again. I didn't see anything on that actually. That was my first thing, because depending on how you do it, I'm not really a fan of the whole episodic release thing. Just give me everything. You want me to wait?
I'm not a fan of it either. But the fact that if you pay the full 60 or whatever the full price, that you don't have to buy them is fine. But dude, just give me the whole game. Just give it to me. Just let me get the whole game. Like, why we got to do all this? But
we got to do all this episodic release and stuff. And especially since you're working on Project 007, you really can't afford to do it.
Yeah, but I'm hyped, man. I'm a huge fan of the series. I played all of them for the most part. I think I've literally played all the Hitmen, all the Hitmans.
I'm indifferent, but I'm happy for the people that are getting another Hitman installment, even though it is potentially the last one for quite some time.
For a minute, yes. I definitely got to get my Agent 47 cracking.
Yeah, take it and enjoy it, embrace it.
Take it and run with it.
This might be one of the games where you actually you guys go back and actually like try and beat it in as many different ways, because it's the last one for a while, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What a track record. What a series, man.
What you got for us?
So moving on, we have a game that is quite interesting, actually. This is Digimon Survive, and first of all, this game is very interesting in many different ways. But the very first thing that caught me off guard or struck me as very different was that it's published by Bandai Namco, of course, but it's developed by a company called Witchcraft Studios, right? Now, I was looking into Witchcraft Studios, or I should say trying to look into Witchcraft Studios, because they're not like a gaming development company. They dropped one, I'll call it series of games back in like 2010, dude. A game called, let me get this right, because the game was called Bad Girl Dirty Dance, which was a Java game that came out back in 2010, and then it got released on like Android and Apple. And then in 2011 they released the sequel, Bad Girl Prom Night. And like literally their Twitter account has like 100 followers, and their last tweet was about Bad Girl Prom Night in 2011. And if you go to their website, they work with different companies like Mercedes-Benz. They make like kiosks, mobile kiosks and stuff like that. Like it's like they know their stuff when it comes to coding and things like that, but it's not like they're not like a gaming thing, or that wasn't their primary focus. They have clients. In any case, that's who's deving this game, and I was like, what? Like, interesting. Okay, cool. So moving on. This game was first announced in 2018 in a Japanese magazine called V-Jump. And so now this game has a lot of interesting things. I say interesting a lot because this game is very interesting.
It looked intriguing.
Man, it had me and then it lost me, but it has me to an extent. I want to watch somebody play this kind of. But so anyways, the game, you make choices, and the choices that you make influence the direction of the story as well as the Digimon's Digivolution process, which I think is really, really cool. The game has.
I love me some Digimon, so sign me up.
Yeah, oh look, man, wait till you hear more. But wait, there's more. The game has multiple endings. They promote replays. And you could potentially kill off characters depending on your choices during the story.
Oh, sign me up.
You can cause some losses. You can cause some losses. I mean, you can change there's not like concrete information, but the producer, Kazumasa Habu himself said there's potential death in here depending on what kind of choices that you make. Also, depending on the choices that you make, could like the way you interact with people, that could, because it's a system of, so the guy Kazumasa Habu wanted to take this game is heavily based on, or took ideas from, Digimon Adventure. So in that there was a partnership. That's how the Digivolutions worked. So he wanted to take partnerships from as from the show into the game. So how you interact with your Digimon and how you interact with people, that's how the story is going to unfold. So you can talk to a person and like, let's say you rub them the wrong way or something like that. And then they go off and live their life. And now they come back. Next time you see them, they got a evil War Greymon or something, a Skull Greymon, because you made them angry and that affected their Digimon Digivolution.
And now that boss fight is going to be harder.
Now, yeah, like depends on how you talk to people.
So they're trying to make the choices that you make, even small ones, matter.
Yeah, all the choices that you make matter in the game, and it has two distinct parts. There is the drama, and then there's the battle. The drama it's the story basically, and battle obviously is the combat and the gameplay aspect of the game. And so the way that Digivolutions work, they gain when you're interacting with your Digimon, they gain intimacy points, which can be accumulated through choosing certain dialogue options. And then during battle, you accrue karma points and affects engagements play during the battle part. Now the producer said, in terms of why there's death in a Digimon game or anything that has to do with Digimon, he said, and I quote, "Regarding character deaths, the idea came from a simple question. If children wandered into a world where monsters exist like Digimon Adventure, wouldn't it be so dangerous that it can result in life or death situations?"
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so glad that they're being a lot edgier than because like everyone compares them to Pokemon, and I'm like, they're completely different things, but
they are definitely comparable, but it's not.
Yeah, but
they're the same, but not.
in the games there was like little to no death in Pokemon. Like the
No,
closest that you
no,
got to
but
death
like,
in Pokemon
no.
was like Lavender Town, and you saw the graveyard.
Yeah,
all that other
no,
stuff.
Pokemon,
And
because
in anime, I think it took like 10 years before a Pokemon like actually died. It took forever.
well, Pokemon is for kids. Like Pokemon is for kids. Also,
Absolutely.
when Pokemon, in terms of Pokemon video games, those are competitive games. It's not like a story game. Those are competitive games.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're different in that respect. But and Digimon definitely like has darker tones, but this is dark. Like he took it. Yeah, he took it into his own hand.
I like this. I like what we're talking about right now.
Need more of this.
Yeah. So then producer Kazuma Habu said he wanted to answer the question, what is Digimon with this game? And he actually brought up a point that I completely forgot about. So basically in Digimon, in some he says in some stories they are seen as yokai or spiritual beings from the past with connections to humans. And in others, they are AI programs in a digital realm created by humans.
Yep.
And that's the one I more so know about. And he said this one was created with ideas from Digimon Adventure. So, and I'd have to rewatch. I watched like the first episode of Digimon Adventure. But I thought you went to a digital world in Digimon Adventure. And this one, they actually have like spiritual connects. Like they were actually in the world and they were walking alongside human beings like ancient times,
right,
in this story. So I guess that's how it was in Digimon Adventure, but I could have sworn they went to a digital world in Digimon Adventure. I don't know. In any case,
I said I'm not really familiar with any of the.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Anime,
I played like one of the RPGs, but I don't know. Now let me get to the part where I kind of was like, oh, I'm gonna have to pass on this game because
here we go
on the battle side.
Please don't break my heart. Go ahead.
And on the battle side, it is a tactical JRPG, which is super dope. The Digimon they digivolve by two ways. Well, yeah, by two ways. By collecting energy and the relationship with its owner, and you get energy by it said attacking and exploiting enemy weaknesses.
Okay.
So
like a typical RPG,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, and so then you consume energy and you digivolve, right?
Yep.
So the tactical JRPG aspect, super dope. It's cool. I'm all about it. Then when you get to the drama side. On the bright side, the pro is that it's an anime. Like it's animated. It's mostly all animated. Well, at least the cutscenes are and things like that. But then the actual gameplay itself is it's a first person view. It's like he called it like a text based RPG. It's like one of them graphical novel types.
Graphical novel. Oh.
Yeah, like where you're just like you click on a character you want to talk to, or like you press an area you want to go to, and then like characters would just show up on the screen, and you
the screen, okay,
click and talk
like
to them.
Super big in your face.
Yeah, they're right in your face, and like you have a character, like your character has a sprite, but he only not even a sprite. He has a portrait because you don't see your character, but that is you. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
So that's why I was like, oh, this is a pass for me. It's not like the previous games. He said he wanted to because Digimon Adventure just came out again. It got rebooted.
Yeah,
so
2020.
So he wanted to take because I guess they was gaining a lot of fans from the new show, and also he wants to basically please people coming in from the new show, and then please people returning that will have always been OG Digimon fans with this game. And that's why he added in the partnership. He really wanted the partnerships from the series in the gameplay, which I thought was super dope. My problem is the gameplay, like the in between battles part is not I guess it's all interaction and not very interactive. Like I can't move my character. It's just
right. It's just
clicking
a
around.
linear story. You click over there and you talk to them. You click over there.
Yeah,
you
I'm
talk
just
to
clicking
them.
on pictures basically. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
It can be disappointing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just kind of reading along with the story unless you're in battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's not linear because you completely decide how the story goes about, but
Right.
you just don't have any control of your character, or it's not free roam in any sort of a way.
There's
You're
no
just
sort of freedom. You can't walk around the
clicking
town.
away. No,
Just-
you're just clicking away. So I was like, man, that's no good. He did.
Now, is that a common theme in those types of tactical RPGs or no?
Half and half, because
Like
I'm
that,
playing
like
one
that
that
kind
does
of
that.
thing where you can never like walk around the town yourself and do all that type
No,
of stuff.
so typically in tactical RPGs, you move across a map. You like go to there's like designated points or whatever, and then you just like click that point or whatever, and then if there's a
You
scene,
might have options.
yeah,
So like a shop or an inn or whatever, then you can, or if it's stories, you're like, okay, progress with the story.
right, exactly.
Because I'm thinking Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even kind of not really. I was gonna say Legend of Dragoon, but no. If you go inside of a town in Legend of Dragoon, you can walk around.
Yeah, nah.
So Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced with a digital novel side.
Okay.
Ish, yeah.
But but now the battle system is still fire though.
It's a tactical JRPG, yeah. And apparently there's weaknesses, so like they didn't really give. What's interesting is that they don't have a lot of information on this game, but it was supposed to come out last year.
Right. That's
You know what
funny.
I mean?
That's
So
real funny to
it's
me.
like why
right.
don't we have all of the information? Like what is going? Actually, it was supposed to come out 2019, and it got delayed to 2020. But then it got delayed further because of world situations, and so it didn't come out. So it's supposed to be coming out this year, 2021. So it's like if the game was already supposed to come out, I feel like we should know more about your game. But alas, here we are. They didn't really say like how, because attacking and weaknesses, exploiting weaknesses, quote unquote, I should say, it's the same thing. Like you're attacking, like if you're exploiting a weakness, you're attacking. So how is that two different ways? I don't know, but you can digivolve. And so he said that the game is more based on story than it is capturing Digimon, but there will be 100 Digimon in this game.
100. Okay.
100 Digimon.
Is that 100 including their Digi-evolutions, or do you know?
I'm not sure, but they did say that there was like they're using previous Digimon and Digimon that haven't been touched in a long time, so they're gonna feel like it's new. Although I do know that the main character's Digimon is Agumon, of course.
Sign me up.
Because
Sign me up.
because again, the relation to he actually talked directly to the guy behind Digimon Adventure. Like he dialed him in, like, yo, what do you think about this? Whatever, he had him on the.
Oh, that's cool.
He had him on speed dial.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you said 100,
I wish they would have gave you a choice between one or three of them, but
one or three. What do you mean?
Like the main character doesn't have to have Agumon. You could have had two or three different main characters.
Get a starter Digimon.
A starter Digimon.
Yeah, like even if they have different quest lines, at least you don't have to play like Agumon.
Yeah.
But sign me up. I love me some
Yeah,
Agumon.
because when you was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be 100 Digimon, I'm like, hold on, just how many are there? Because we know that there's over 800 species of Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know how many.
They've been around the same amount of time. I'd like to say.
You know what's crazy is that I like Digimon more as I would just say as a whole. As a whole, I like Digimon more, but I've had more interactions with Pokemon than I have with Digimon. Like I play more Pokemon games and just know more about Pokemon than Digimon. but Digimon is a lot cooler to me. I don't know. It's really weird.
Dude, I know I'm in the same exact vein. I like Digimon more than Pokemon. I just do. I like the way they look. I like the characters. I just like it. I just like it better.
I like that they can talk.
Yeah, like they can talk. Like they have emotions, like actual emotions. Like you can like have conversations with them and stuff like that. And obviously there's darker tones, right? But yeah, I'm kind of in the same wheelhouse. It's like because the like how crazy Pokemon Go is and how crazy their games are and were. I spend more time playing their games. Absolutely.
Yeah, so, I've definitely spent more time playing Pokemon for sure.
Playing Pokemon games, but that's cool. Yeah, the lack of competitive nature that you always speak about is probably why. Like we play a lot of card games, and you know, Pokemon is still relevant in the card game scene.
Absolutely.
The handheld games are just what they are. You know, they will always be a big scene for those games. The trading, is crazy. There's forms and groups. It's crazy.
And Pokemon dates back, you know, in the early 90s and whatever.
Yeah, was it like 96? I was in like second grade.
Yeah, 95, 96. Yeah.
Early 90s. So they got OG fans that taught their kids that have OG fans. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. Pokemon goes way back, and they have that competitive scene from the beginning. So they always had a core, and their card game, they always had. It's like Magic the Gathering, like they're always gonna have their, and then they have backing from Nintendo, who has core fans and who are Pokemon. Like they have so much. They have so much.
Once you get the backing from Nintendo, once the Dark Empire comes in, you know about it. You know what I mean?
They are Pokemon is just cemented in stone. And Digimon has a new TCG that has just come out, and I mean I don't know how it's going but I know the box set is reselling. I was looking into it.
Reselling like mad.
It was I think Jay said the box was $85, and I was looking on Amazon, and it's going for $200 on Amazon.
Wow.
So you can't even touch the cards really. But they might be able to revive themselves at least in the TCG realm with that card game potentially. Who knows? In any case, I'm interested. I was interested in this game until that whole. I don't like the way they're going about it. But it is coming to last gen consoles and PC and Switch. So and 2021, I said in 2021, in spring of 2021 is when it's expected to release.
I was gonna say, are they sure this time?
Yeah, expected to release spring 2021.
It depends on the price. If this game is like $60 or $50, I might not get it. But if it's like $19.99, $29.99, if it's in that realm, I might cop it.
I'm almost positive this is a game. Like this is a game. You know what I mean? So
$40. That's the most you get.
Yeah, if it's in that realm, I might cop it. But if it's a full like $59.99, I'm probably not gonna get it because I feel like I'm only getting like half a game, right?
We gotta wait on that.
You know what I mean?
We gotta wait on that sale, man.
Yeah, I enjoy. Like I will always love tactics games. Like I will always love the big brain thinking that you have to do to win those battles. Like they make those battles hard on purpose, and you have to figure them out. I always enjoy that. So the fact that it's characters that I know and that I want to reconnect with is why I'm very interested in this game. So hopefully it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and I can sneak some time in to get some time on this because you guys were going nuts over Fell Seal and all that. And I was like, man, that looks like a fun tactic.
Fell Seal. I would recommend. You know what? I want to get who made Fell Seal. I want to talk to those guys. I want to talk to them. I'm gonna reach out and see if I can talk to the guys behind Fell Seal. I genuinely like that game. That game is hard, and it's not the conventional way that tactical RPGs normally work. And I'm a fan of that game. I haven't played it in a while. I'm not gonna lie. I got to a part that was OD. It was OD. It was OD. It was OD.
You was scared.
Was it OD?
It was OD. Like it's tough because you get like you can only play. You can only go back right and fight in these certain battles. and like as you level up, the amount of EXP you get like diminishes to where you're getting like four experience a battle, and it's like, okay, there's no point of battling anymore. Let me go fight these dudes, but they're still OD. So it's like, yo, how do I get out of this situation? Like, you gotta move like every character's a pawn. Like, you gotta just play some serious chess mode, and like it's just OD. That game is hard, and I would recommend it to if you are a tactical RPG lover. Look up Fell Seal on Switch and Steam. Is it on Steam?
It's on Steam.
It's on Steam.
Yeah. I got it for Switch, of course, but look that game up. It's like $30, and man, you will punch walls playing that game. It is hard, dude. It is hard.
You will punch walls, dude.
That game is hard, man. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so there's that. I forgot to mention that, but I feel like when it comes to me, that's a given. But still, hard. I mean,
for playing on the hardest difficulty, and you're like having like a malfunction, it tells you that the game is
hard,
up to par. Like difficulty is actually serious. Like it's got some quality serious.
It's for real, for real. I was literally like jumping for joy when I finally got past a part. I was like, yes! I was so hyped. So
just
beyond
get caught up again.
Just to get to the next major battle, and I'm like, yo,
I think you just have an issue with. You're a proponent of hardest difficulty, but when that hardest difficulty come back to bite you, you like to complain because there's a certain other tactics game that you're afraid to touch.
What game? Are you talking about Hoshigami?
That too.
I think he's talking about Final Fantasy, the original jump off, the War of the Lions.
Oh no, because the end of that game is broken. I don't even want to spoil it for nobody.
Broken.
It's broken, bro. You got 3-headed dragons that attack you 3 times, and a dude across the way shooting at you. How do you win? How do you win? You can't win. Nobody beat that game. I'm convinced nobody beat that game, and everybody YouTubed it because there's no way that anybody can get by that part. You have like 3 or 4 3-headed dragons that attack you 3 times each, and a dude across the block shooting you with wanted bullets. It ain't happening. Nobody beat that.
Wanted bullets.
Nobody beat that.
The wanted bullets.
Yo,
ain't no
man's
way.
got them wanted bullets.
Yo, like, I hate that game. I hate that game
again. Because I beat Tactics Advanced before I beat Tactics. That's kind of blasphemous. But.
Yeah, I beat Tactics Advanced, and I never beat Tactics because it's too hard.
Now, is there a difficulty setting in that game? Or
No,
it's just
game.
It's just go? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I only beat Tactics Advanced. I never played the War of the Lions.
Oh, you never played it?
Never played it.
Oh, that is a really good game.
I actually should like put that to the top of your list. Like, seriously.
The top? I don't know about the top.
As far as bro, he's not gonna go back and play an
I'll put it to the
game.
list, but it's not gonna go to the top. Well, because I never played it before, so I'll play it.
Well,
I never touched it.
It's a good deep story. You know what I mean?
It's a game.
And, that's a really good game. And that's another game I'd highly recommend if you haven't played it. But that end, when you get to that part, just give up. It's all right. Nobody's tripping on you. Nobody else beat it, so you ain't gotta worry.
Oh my gosh, dude! Now this is the one. Now this came out before Tactics or after?
So I don't know the difference between Tactics and War of the Lions. I think PSP. No. War of the Lions is Final Fantasy Tactics is old. You know, it came out 90s.
Well, yeah.
But
and then War of the Lions is PSP, which is like, let's say the international version.
Yeah,
it's like
the
an international version of 10 and 12 and all those things.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we in the US didn't get is in War of the Lions.
Is in War of the Lions. Okay, so it's just the original one from '97, but ported to the PSP.
Right,
okay,
exactly.
Okay, got you.
And I played War of the Lions, but that's a game. And also Hoshigami is broken and hard. It's too hard. Yo, Tactical. You know what?
Ruining Blue Earth? Yeah, that's
bro.
hard.
Tactics RPGs are some of the hardest games I've ever made.
They are hard, dude. They are hard, dude. They are. Those games are not.
Is where I started, and that is the most different TRPG I've ever played.
What?
Because it's Vandal Hearts 2.
Oh.
instead of the traditional, there are two quote traditional TRPG systems. It's all you guys move, all the enemies move, or you move, enemy move, you move, enemy move, right? And here, it's you and an enemy move at the same time. So you have to plot around. You got to potentially use your party members as bait and things like that to get the CPU to move around the way you want them, so you can take advantage of them. It just makes you think about.
You know what? You know what that reminds me of?
Yeah.
That reminds me of Versus. If you guys ever played Versus system, when you end your turn or when you start your turn, your opponent draws on your turn as well. Yo, when I first played that game,
make him so mad.
I wanted to flip the table. Like, stop drawing. It's my turn. Stop drawing on my. Yo, I get so mad. Like, this game sucks, man. Don't be drawing on my turn.
Like, go draw.
No, cheating. I'm flipping the table.
Yo, rule book. Here you go.
I'm flipping the table. You drawing on my turn. But
that's pretty good.
I think you should try that next game. It's older. It looks bad, but I think I like it.
Have you guys ever played XCOM?
I watched you play it.
No,
I never played it myself. But
no.
You enjoy those tactics or tactic RPGs or just turn-based tactics at all? You want a hard game? Play that. Play that game.
XCOM 2 is
that
top
game won.
3
That game beat
hardest
me. I
tactical games.
I was like, oh, good game.
Out there.
You beat it?
Hard.
No.
Hell no.
That game beat me. Put it down.
XCOM? No.
Moved on. I was like, that game is
hard. You think the Assassins with the Gunner and the 3-headed dragons is hard? Play XCOM. I dare you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know we were overlapping a lot there. I know, but that should tell you how hard this game is.
Yes, bro. That's one of the hardest games I ever played, bro. Like, that game's woo. Like, I talk it up because I enjoyed the game. I just can't progress. Like, I'm stuck. And I was stuck there for months and months, and I just stopped playing it. And then, those games you're like, and then when the new game comes out and you're like, I need hard drive space. See you later. It's gonna have to go. And I haven't reinstalled it since. I think I gave it away for free on the PSN, like 2013, something like that. And I was, oh, look at this game. And the first couple missions, you're like, oh, this is fire. They get you hyped. They get you hyped. And then it's like drastically difficult. You can't beat it, guarantee. And I'm
permadeath, right? And it's always permadeath.
Bro, if your character dies, that's their business. They gone. You gotta go.
Have fun with that.
Yeah,
bro.
Tactics games don't care about you or your family, and I don't feel like I should take that kind of disrespect from a video game. Honestly,
the stress, bro.
The stress is. I don't even know why I have XCOM 2 in my library. I'm never starting that game.
The XCOM, if you guys never played, check it out. If you can get it for cheap or whatever, even if you can't, just cop it. Just check it out. Yeah. It's fun, but it's difficult. Very difficult. Okay. I'm actually pumped about this series a little bit. And so
I've never touched it.
Bravely Default. I took a hiatus from these games. So Bravely Default 2 is being released allegedly, because I don't trust none of these companies right now. Allegedly, February 26, 2021, so next month. It's being published by Square Enix and it's being devved by Claytek Works. And I can't find much of anything on Claytek Works. Now, the original Bravely Default for 3DS was devved by Silicon Studio. And then when you look up Silicon Studio, it's as if they're devving Bravely Default 2. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But Bravely Default, the original, was released October 11th, 2012. And for the 3DS. And it was met with insurmountable praise. The game was met with so much praise and acclaim. It got nominated for a bunch of awards.
You said it came out on 3DS?
Yeah.
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 On the Nintendo 3DS.
That's why you didn't play it, huh?
No, I'm just saying the characters look like Final Fantasy 3 characters. Like, that's what the little chibi dudes,
yeah.
That's what they look like. That's why I was like, oh, okay, makes sense now.
Yeah, for the original. Yeah, and like the game doesn't have less than an 8 on anywhere. I haven't seen one. And what was really interesting to me just about the series itself, like before I get into like how it works, is Square Enix didn't have faith in the game.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. They were like, it's probably not going to do that well. Like they were so focused on trying to change their philosophy and make games for the Western Hemisphere that they were like, this game's not going to do well. It might do okay in Japan, and it'll like give us some money so we can work on those other titles. To their surprise, Bravely Default did well. It sold 400,000 in Japan and 600,000 plus overseas.
Sheesh.
It did amazingly well, and it reignited their love or their just because it sold well, but it kind of set off a gear in their head that they can still make traditional JRPGs turn-based and not only just work on the Western style audience type games. Mm-hmm. Even the devs themselves were like, it ain't gonna do that well. And it crushed, and it did insanely well. So I did not play this game. I did not play Bravely Default. Then Bravely Default or Bravely Second came out also for 3DS, and it did well, but not as well. So they were super hype on this one. It's going to do just as well, and it did. I think it sold around 700,000.
So it didn't live up to the hype?
It didn't live up to the hype.
Oh, I got Wonder Woman. Got you.
It didn't live up to the hype. No, not that. It wasn't that bad. It still did well critically. It still did well critically, but they changed some stuff in the battle system, and they changed the composer, which is a big deal for these games. You know that they changed the composer. Look.
This is what I'm interested in. I'm interested in hearing about like the battle system and how this game works.
I'm getting there. So that was kind of a thing. So coming into Bravely Default 2, they kind of 180'd a little bit. They went back and they got the same composer, and they kind of tweaked, they kind of revamped the system, aka they kind of went back to the similar system from the original. And how the original works. So battle obviously comes in two types, right? You have the random encounters with standard enemies, and then you have the staged boss battles. So it's a turn-based RPG. It's, that side goes and then your side goes. The thing about this game that is super sick, super sick, is two things. There's the asterisks, which allow you to change classes. So they allow your character to change classes. Like if you're a warrior, you can change to a white mage and stuff like that. Okay. The other thing is Bravely Default. So you have Brave points, and the Brave points, dude, it's sick. So I played the Bravely Default demo for half of the day today. Like you only get 5 hours. So the Brave system is sick. So when you do a default, all default means is defend. But when you defend, you get a Brave point. And what Brave points is on the Switch, you tap R, and it gives you a second action for that turn. So basically, everyone gets one action per turn. Duh. But if you have a Brave point, you can then hit R, and you have a second action for that turn. Also, you can burn them, and you can neg yourself. So let's say you don't have many Brave points, but you want an extra turn because somebody might die or something like that. You can neg yourself, and it'll skip your turn going forward. So in Bravely Default 2,
you can reckless greed it, huh?
You can reckless greed it. That's exactly what it is. You can reckless greed it, but up to 3.
Gotcha.
So you can go up to 3 turns if you're not having a turn because you had to go nuts that turn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and each character can do this. So it comes with a lot of strap, but the enemies can do it as well. So the enemies can double up and go crazy and kill one of your characters, and then they miss a turn. So now you're trying to go, okay, I need my white mage to go twice to raise and then cure everybody. And dude, it is sick. I was impressed playing this thing.
So
battle
that
system is fuego.
Yeah, that
That
sounds
reminds
really
me-
cool.
of an element of the Octopath Traveler system. What they're not called Brave, obviously. The BP. So you can not perform an action, you can defend it, and then you get that BP. And then on that character
it's
next
called
turn,
BP.
yeah, you press R. Then any action that you take is charged up by how many times you have BP. So let's say you have a fire attack that only targets a single enemy. That if you stock 2 BP, now it hits everyone. Or if you stock 3, it's a bigger move that just absolutely destroys things. So it's kind of like a similar system that I actually really like.
See, I thought Bravely Default was like one of those, I don't know how to put this any other way, but like one of those different games. Like I just thought it was like different, but this is your not typical, but it's an RPG, right? It's like a
It
regular-
isn't a RPG, but it's different.
This is your prototypical JRPG, and it has a gimmick. It's
wow. See, bro, I did not know.
and
I
it's-
thought it was like on the same
yeah, go ahead.
on the same vein as like, I don't know, like a Saga Frontier or something, like just like different, like it's,
Just like kind of way off base.
it's off, like it's still an RPG, but like different. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they did something. They tried to be
no,
like
like,
different with it. I didn't know this. I would have been hype
bro,
about this
like,
game.
This is Square being Square.
See, I didn't know that. Oh my
And
gosh.
this game like made them so excited that they made Octopath Traveler. Go figure. So
Square made
for us,
Octopath?
We didn't. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
absolutely. That's how you know that. So
Lack of knowledge. I'm dumb, guys.
I don't know. I feel like
Nope,
we
I'm
had this
stupid.
conversation
It's
a couple
fine.
times.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, but
No,
he's a habitual not listen to you or so.
Oh my god!
Excuse me?
Here we
Did
go.
you just use shotting gun on me?
He shotting guns you, bro. No, so yeah, so in this game, I believe they use the Unreal Engine in this game, so the character sprites look dope. Like they look way nicer, way more polished. They look like they look a lot less like Crystal Chronicles characters, you know, and they look more, you know, they still have that look of Bravely Default 1, but they're like more polished, more modern. They look better.
Is this a reboot, a remaster, a remake? Or?
No.
No,
So
continuation.
it's
right?
not. Bravely Default
Oh,
and Bravely Second are connected. It's a direct continuation.
Okay.
But because
So-
that game didn't, you know what I mean? They did Bravely Default 2 is a completely separate story. So I'm just gonna play this one. I'm not gonna go back. I'm just gonna play this one.
Wait, okay,
No,
wait. So
exactly.
time out. Bravely Default. You have Bravely
Yeah.
Default 1, or is it just Bravely
Yup.
Default? Bravely
It's just
Default.
called Bravely Default. Yup,
Okay,
it's called Bravely
and then you
Default,
have Bravely Second, which is
Yup.
Bravely Default 2, essentially, right?
which is Bravely Default 2.
So
Yup.
then this game is basically Bravely Default 3, but it retook the name of the first game in the series?
it's like Resident Evil, you know, because those are all one universe and they're all
Those are all
connected.
one.
It's more like Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantasy 6 and 7 have nothing to do with each other.
Oh,
what I mean?
these games have nothing to do with each other.
The
Right.
first
So
two
Bravely,
have, yeah.
Yeah, so Bravely Default and Bravely Second
Have nothing
are,
to do with each other.
No, they do.
No,
They're
they do. Those
direct
are the connected ones.
continuation.
Wait, but
direct
I
continuation.
thought you said this one is a direct continuation of Bravely Default, Bravely Second.
So, all right, look.
No.
Bravely Default, right?
Yep.
Came out.
Yep.
Bravely Second, continuation of Bravely Default.
Right?
Yep.
Didn't do that good.
Right?
Now we're coming out with Bravely Default 2. Has nothing to do with the previous 2 entries.
Nothing at all.
Oh.
It's like Final Fantasy
The name-
10 and then Final Fantasy 10 2. And
No,
then,
yeah, I got you,
Yeah.
but
The
Right.
the naming
Yeah,
convention
yeah.
is confusing. Yes, I get where you're coming from. But
Right, because dude, I was confused when I was reading. I'm like, whoa, Bravely Second and then Bravely Default
because
2.
now,
What?
if you call it Bravely Default 3, it's assumed that it's just going to continue from the first 2. So,
but this one is just called Bravely Default though. There's no number after it or anything,
No.
right?
No, the original is Bravely Default.
This one
The
is
original.
This is
This one is Bravely Default 2.
2.
That's where I was
Yeah.
getting confused.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
This is Bravely Default 2. So Bravely Default 2.
Wow,
is
they
coming
got a
to-
whole
is coming to
Xbox
Switch.
type naming convention. 66666.
I just feel like they followed their traditional Square stuff, right? It's
No,
Bravely Default,
because this
and then
is-
Bravely
okay.
Default 2.
Oh, I see.
And
I
then
get
Bravely
it.
Default 3's probably
You know
got
what they
nothing to
did?
do with them.
I
and then
get
Bravely-
it.
You know?
Yeah.
And what they did, they hit up Microsoft real quick for a naming convention. And they got all
No. It make now that you can't do that with two different series. Okay, Final Fantasy is like the only one that does that. Do that. Just let Final Fantasy do that, because then you start getting confusing when you put it in other series, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Does Dragon Quest do that too? Like they're all separate? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really follow the Dragon Quest series.
It's probably
that closely. But yeah, man. I was playing this game today, and I was very, very, very excited about the battle system. I love the battle system. It's very, very cool.
Yes, copping it.
It is fire. Like the battle system is cool. I really, really thoroughly enjoy the classes, because I love classes. Like there's obviously this Disney RPGs where that character is that, you know what I mean? Like in Final Fantasy X, like Lulu is the black mage, can't change that. But I do like the games where you can change classes and things of that nature.
Final Fantasy V, baby.
Sweet. It's pretty sweet.
One of the best. One of the best.
Yeah, and the BP, the Brave Points, is just cool, man. It's super cool, and they have specials. I wasn't able to do one. I didn't see one, but they have specials, and there's a whole meter for that.
So it's improved Octopath Traveler with specials.
Right. It's right. So Octopath Traveler was spawned because of the original Bravely Default, and now this Bravely Default 2, they have the animations like the lightning effects and the fire and stuff. It's from Octopath Traveler. Like they brought over some of those sprites and made them nicer.
Are they? That's a good question. Are they tiny sprites like Octopath, or are they like?
No. They look more like Bravely Default, but nicer. You know, nicer. Like they look like, I would say, I don't know, somewhere between like Final Fantasy IX, like kind of like those characters, but nicer. Unreal Engine 4, you know.
So see, this is getting me excited because, like I said, when I saw the images and stuff, I was like, oh, these characters remind me of Final Fantasy 3. And then when he said the original came out on 3DS, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. The original Final Fantasy 3, the first one we ever got in America, came out on Nintendo DS. And I loved that game, and I ran through that game, and I beat that game. And so, like, I feel like this is another game in that same type of vein of a Final Fantasy type game with a dope battle system that I'm gonna love, and I'm hyped for this game.
I really think that you guys will enjoy this battle system. That Brave Points thing is super sick, man. Like I played it on hard. Like, so in the demo, like
the final demo settings.
Yes. They start you just past the prologue. So you just kind of get thrown in, you're kind of lost in the story. But all your characters are like level 9 through 11. And some of the regular enemies can give you that smoke, you know? Like it wasn't too difficult, but you can feel that the game can get way harder, you know? Like just fighting regular enemies out in the world. Now, they're not random encounters. They are enemies in the world that you have to run up behind.
Run into them,
and you can sneak behind them. And
not my favorite, but I mean, I don't really care.
It's either here or there. Like that's the way it is now, you know? But the one thing there is something I don't like about the game. And it's probably one of the things that people enjoy, but I don't like. So you can run around. You're like you can run around and go into towns and things like that. You can talk to pretty much anybody in the town, and like a small text will show up. Traditional RPGs, you already know. Like you walk into a town, you talk to a guy, boom, good to go. Now there's voice acting, and the voice acting is really good. I enjoyed the voice acting, but what I don't like is when it's a big scene, they pull all the characters up onto the main screen. They pull them all up. So let's say we're in town and we're running around and we're doing whatever, and then there's a big cutscene there's a big conversation that needs to be had. So the game will kind of not turn off, but it kind of hazes out the background, and it puts all the character sprites up on the screen.
Sprites, or is this the sprites or the portraits?
No, the sprites, not the portraits.
Okay.
It's the actual sprites, and they pull them like how they look in battle. It pulls them up on the screen, and they have the dialogue with each other like that. And it's cool because like their arms are moving and things like that, and they're kind of acting out the words. But I don't know, for some reason it took me out of the game a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe it'll grow on me. Like maybe it's something because I've never seen it like that before. And maybe it'll grow on me. But it was a little weird. Like I see why they would do that, to try and like get you to fall and connect to these characters a bit more. But their mouths don't move that much. It's just weird. It's just kind of off for me. But
something I'd have to see. I can't really.
Is good.
Yeah,
voice
I gotta
acting
see
is
that.
I
good.
can't really picture this in my head, so it's something I think I just need to see.
I'm staring
Yeah.
at my Switch right now. I want to get up and get it just so I can get. I want to see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, like you guys can pull it
Matter
up
of
on
fact,
YouTube.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
just
about
pull it
to
up on
say that, yeah.
YouTube and just like take a peek. But it's
look at that.
interesting, to say the least. It's interesting. So maybe I don't like it now, and it'll grow on me as I play the game, you know. But and you can skip them. You can skip all the cutscenes if you choose to with R, and you can auto skip text with L. But well, no, you can auto progress the text. So like if you tap L, you don't ever have to like press the button to get to the next stanza or the next part of the conversation. It'll do it automatically, like a movie or like a story or something like that.
Gotcha.
Which is a cool feature.
Oh yes, look at this game. Oh no. Oh
What happened?
no. I need to beat Lost Odyssey. I need to beat that fast.
Because you want to play Bravely Default
Yo,
too, dude. It's fire, right?
This battle systems, 'cause,
Yo,
like, it's just
like-
it gives me so many. It's like, for me, it's like looking at Final Fantasy 3 too. Like, oh man.
Yeah, dude. It's fire. Like,
Oh, and it has a caterpillar system.
Yeah. When you're in the open world, when you're in a town, it's just the main character. It's just you running around.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So they Final
But,
Fantasy 8'd it, or is it Final Fantasy
Yeah.
8 that does it?
No. Final Fantasy 8 is always caterpillar, I think.
Okay.
Final Fantasy 8 is Caterpillar. Yes, I think
Always,
9 is
right?
Caterpillar too.
Nine.
always.
No, nine. Nine isn't
Caterpillar to a
Nine is not
certain degree.
Caterpillar.
No.
8 was definitely Caterpillar.
I thought there was a game where they would. I feel like there is. Maybe it was. I think it was
I'm sure
Legend of
there is.
Dragoon or Legend of Legaia. They were caterpillar, but as soon as you get into a town, you are. It's just the main
Just
character.
but y'all would pop out whenever necessary.
That might be Legend of Dragoon, Key. I think when you go into a town or a world, they like they're somewhere in their town. You can go
Join
talk
the
to
thing.
them. You can
Yeah.
go interact with
Yeah.
them and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, that game was ahead of its time. Yo, what are y'all doing with this game?
Man, I'm telling you, I don't know.
But
If
yo,
Sony is not
let
touching
me-
that game.
Bravely Default 2. I'm excited for it. I'm really glad it's not a continuation of the other ones, because then I'd be inclined to play those, and I would rather just get in and play this one. It's its own story, and I could just go from there. Because like I told you guys, I'm trying to make a conscious effort to get back into these games, and I like this thing. I like this bravery points and asterisks. I like it. It looks difficult. I'm excited for it. I really am. I wish they ran up
see.
on the enemies. I wish they, because they attack from like super far away. But it's cool.
Hey, swing that link.
I
cool,
see.
man.
I see.
Let me see
Okay.
what you're saying. Because I haven't found one yet.
I'll put it in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see.
It's kind of weird, right, Key?
Yeah.
Like the way
If
that they
you
pull the sprites up to the
Fast
screen.
forward to 10 minutes, or it's really 10 minutes and 22 seconds, but yeah, the way, so they haze out the background and it's the character sprites.
Yeah, like their
and they're
battle sprites are on the screen.
Yeah,
and
they're
like
talking on the
acting out
screen.
the words and things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I see.
It's like I don't
It's
hate
different.
it,
It's
but
definitely
I
different.
don't love it.
Yeah.
We'll have to see as it goes. But Bravely Default 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch only so far. February 26, 2021.
That's perfect for me.
There's a number of games that I played that have done this.
Really?
Yeah, this is-
I'm sure
yeah.
I'm sure there is.
I've never
kinda
played any.
detached from that. But yeah, dude, I'm pumped for it. I like the battle system a lot, and a battle system can go a long way in playing these types of games. So sign me up, man.
Yeah, no, this really just inspired me to play more, because I'm not going to lie. Like, I'll be like, yo, I miss Lost Odyssey. And I sit down and I just look at my PS5 controller and I'm like, Call of Duty.
I'm gonna play Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yo,
But this
Duty
inspired me
got
so
you
much.
held.
Huh?
What? I said,
Yeah,
Duty
no,
got
dude.
you
Like,
neck.
I've been really going so, like, I'm infatuated with Call of Duty right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. It's just what it is. It's my
It's
reality.
crazy, 'cause
It's my
not
reality
even a
right
few
now.
months ago, you was bad.
But this has inspired me to actually beat Lost Odyssey, because I really want to get to this game. This game looks so fun. It looks like something right up my alley. I love these RPGs, and I need more RPGs on my Switch.
Yeah, dude. I'm pumped about a couple RPGs right now. So Bravely Default 2 is definitely one of them. I know there was a lot of hype on this game. Like, who is it? It's one of the guys from GameSpot. It's like his most anticipated game of 2021. He's so excited. Like, a lot of people are hyped for this game. The whole Octopath Traveler community is hyped for this game. So there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of expectations on this game from not only the community, but obviously Square Enix. So I hope it does well, and I hope it's as good as I think it is. So we shall see.
It's looking good. It's looking like it's up my alley.
It's looking good. I knew you guys would be excited for it too. I knew, like, when I was playing it earlier, I was like, oh yeah, they gonna nerd out for this one. Like, this is some heat. I'm like, Square got some heat on this.
I really thought it was like gonna be like it's just one of those different games, but it's not. It's oof. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I
need something to hold me over.
Yeah.
Before you know what?
Before what?
What?
For what?
16?
Perfect Dark. Does Perfect Dark even have a release date?
No, it doesn't.
Come on.
I don't even know if the studio open yet. No, let me stop.
Wow.
No, I'm actually really, really, really excited for Final Fantasy 16, believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
You said you rewatched the thing, right?
I rewatched the trailer for 16 because, like, when we were watching it live, I'm like interacting and things. So I want to take out some time to watch it again. And I watched it and I was like, yo, this is good. Like, it's not your average Final Fantasy, it's like darker. It's got like it's like way more like Final Fantasy serious, you know what I mean? But like, it has its moments where it's like this thing looks like grim. It looks like a Dark Souls game almost, looks grim.
It gave you that vibe. It gave me Final Fantasy 14 vibes.
You want to know why?
I know it was made by the same. I know they was involved in it, but
there you go.
I literally thought it was Final Fantasy 14 DLC before the.
Yeah, like even the voice acting is, it's not. It's very like Skyrim-esque, like it's like in that kind of time, And usually, when you see Final Fantasy, like it's usually like these fantastical worlds. There's a lot of like lights and celestial planes you can walk on and things of that nature. But this thing is like. It's real gritty, and I'm really excited
notice
for it.
How they tried to go away from that in 12. Like, it was more, current.
In 12,
technology. There's way more technology involved. Civilizations more like more in the future sense with machines and things like that.
12 was kind of on the same vein of Final Fantasy 10 ish. It's like
they always have that kind of like.
Machina, the forbidden Machina.
It's like an older universe, but like modern technology. All types of stuff.
It was like older Machina and fantastical. There wasn't that much fantasticalness. Sorry, that's not a word. In 12, it was just like machines and like the summons weren't even there essentially.
In 12,
because they were machines,
whole spaceships.
Yeah, like you're fighting on. Well, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
But, They're not there. So this one, they're taking that crazy grittiness with a minimal amount of fantasticalness because they're still the crystal.
And they're supposed to be not relying on, but it's supposed to have heavy. It's supposed to be talking about what are they called in this game? The summons. I want to say icons. That's what it is. Yeah,
that's what they're called in 14. Also,
that's what they're called in 14. They're called icons.
Yes.
This dude really just came over and said, "Yo, I'm gonna make another Final Fantasy 14."
I mean, let's be real. Like,
I was gonna say, I don't want him to do that.
According to the community, because I didn't play them, he writes the best stories. Like, the stories have just been absurdly well.
Shadowbringers was the best story ever told.
You know what? I think it's fine if you like make an amazing story, but I just feel like I feel like this was an idea that he had for Final Fantasy 14 DLC, and he made Final Fantasy 16. Like,
that's what I don't want him to do. Like, you clearly know how to make a game. You clearly know how to tell a story, but I don't want it to be Final Fantasy 14.5.
Well, yeah.
That's the vibe
it seems to me like the story could have been used for 14, but the gameplay is completely. I mean, you ain't seeing that. My
man was doing the combos
and cooldown. He was hitting the combos, bro. I was like, I need to play this.
My man was hitting those combos. I was like, oh man. I need to play.
And I'm like, I need to like. He was like dashing around and disappearing. I'm like, I need this.
Yeah, I also don't want to play DMC also. That's
No,
my
no, 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 no. I want to play that, but with math behind it. Sign me up for that.
With math?
With
With
I'm
math?
cool with that.
Oh, the damage.
You know,
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
You know, like if you equip this, you like your attack goes up, but your defense goes down,
Yeah,
but your
yeah.
MP goes up, but your HP.
Yeah,
like I need
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Got you.
Sign me up
I
for
feel
that.
you. I feel
But
you.
give me the speed of a Devil May Cry. I'm cool with that.
You can give me the speed of a Devil May Cry and all that. I just don't want to play Devil May Cry.
I want
Dante come out of nowhere and doing these fantastical spins and 2,000 hit combos.
Yeah, I'm smooth
then,
on Devil May Cry. I want Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy 7 remake. I like that type speed.
Yeah, like give me that. But
Yeah.
like if Final Fantasy 7R was faster with like air combat and all that stuff, like if it was faster, but I could still go into my menu to use an item, sign me up. Sign me up.
They definitely fell short of air combos. How do you do that? Anyways,
I don't know, but not in this one. I guess they heard us. I guess the mole.
Well, the dude
was on
that
point.
the dude behind Devil May Cry helped with the battle system, so
Oh, well, there you go.
maybe that's why he's about to do a
He probably was
36 hit Baraka spin in the air or something like.
Spin.
He's
He
about
probably
to
was
hit him
like-
with the. That's like a mirage. He's about
with
to
the spin, yo,
Yeah.
dude. I was watching it and I was like, this is. It just looks so completely different from things that they've tried in the past. I'm like, sign me up, dude. I'm pumped. I am pumped.
I
The
am.
only thing I need to know about 16
I'm
now
like-
is who the composer is. That's all I
I'm
need
like,
to know.
if they're doing stuff like this, and they're doing Bravely Default too, go ahead with your bad self, Square.
Yeah,
Go
Square's
ahead.
gonna what? Square's
ahead.
gonna be on your good side again?
What up?
What? Square's gonna be
ahead.
on your good side again?
Square has been on my
State.
bad side lately for a lot,
Michelle State.
and I'm hoping the things that I had problems with Final Fantasy 7 remake, its fake open worldness was one of my biggest things, and I hope that they fix that in Final Fantasy 16 and they actually give me the reins behind what I can do.
Oh yeah, like it's not just the most linear thing you've ever played. When
It's
you go to
like-
go walk to this door and it's like, nah, fam, gotta go
Yeah,
forward.
it's like, yo,
Nah,
here's
fam, gotta
all
go
this
forward.
world. We're giving you this open world, but you can't go there, go there, go there. You can't go backwards. You have to go there. Look, you see this blue arrow? You have to go up there. That's what they did to us in Final Fantasy 7
Yeah,
remake.
they better not do that. And in Final Fantasy 7R, the sequel, I hope they peel that back too in that one too.
You know they're not.
What up?
It has
Well, I
to
mean,
be. Like,
there's
what is
supposed to be an open world aspect to it, right? Like, it's supposed to be able to go into the open world and go to whatever.
No,
town
I
you
was
want
talking
to.
about like the whole here point of the blue arrow. Like you see that so few times, and one of the reasons I'm assuming because
In 7R?
yeah.
Nah, bro. I
Wait.
found
When
out.
y'all mentioned that the first time, I'm like, I didn't really pay attention to.
Wait,
this.
what
They may
happened in
have
7?
been there.
Say, run that by me?
So okay, when you're going up like a ladder or something, be like, oh yeah, you got to go up this ladder. The blue
Yeah.
arrow is indicating like you have to go here. Like
Yeah.
I didn't really notice those like that.
What?
I did every
How?
single time since
How?
the first mission. When the very first beginning, when you're going into the Mako reactor, every ladder, everything has these blue arrows. Like you can go here. You
There's
gotta go
no
here.
way to miss that, dude. It's like
it's yeah, like
it's
it was the
blatantly
first
in
thing I
your
noticed.
face.
Bink. I was like, oh, I don't like that.
It's just
And
like
you
how
see-
you have constant text on your screen. You know it's there, but you don't see it because.
So check
you
this.
never
I just
paying
want
attention
to address
That's
this
how it-
right quick. KJ2294 says there will be. Well, no. First he said, but it was such a small portion of the game. There will be an open world aspect. Now, that is something that we could hope for. We don't know. We have literally no information on. We don't even know how they're going to release the rest of the story. And unless they came up with some new information, we literally have no idea how they're going to create the. I'm interested in seeing what they do because I know once you leave, what is it called? Is it called just Sector 7?
Once you leave Midgard,
Midgard,
you
yeah,
have free reign, essentially.
you get to the open world aspect. So now I'm curious how they're going to go. Are they actually going to give us are we going to be able to run around? Is it going to be like playing Witcher or one of those actual open world games? I'm curious.
Or is it
on
going to
that.
be more like each town is like Midgard, and then you go into the world and you can kind of like do I have to pick which town to go to? Like how is this going to go?
Oh yeah,
No one knows.
like that would be like a tactics game. Like you just pick
Yeah,
the next
like we
area that you
don't
go
know.
to. We have no idea
know.
how
Oh,
it's
if
going
they
to
do
work.
that, I'll be pissed.
We don't know.
And so
I mean, if it's like Witcher and you gotta like travel in between the towns, and anything outside of the towns is big open world, sign me
I want to.
up.
That
I
would
want
be
to
so
walk out of
fire.
Midgar, walk past the town of Calm, and go fight that damn Midgar serpent that be in there. You be like level 8 when you leave Midgard. He's like level 30 something. I want to smoke with him the moment
If you could just run around as Cloud and gang and just wander off into random parts of the world and just like battle, just run into battles you ain't supposed to be in, go find some chests, some areas you ain't supposed to be in. That would
all of Final Fantasy 9. I'll never forget that a day in my life.
What we wanted from this one, but
they gave us that in Final Fantasy 15
in Midgar, so it's all right, fine.
Yeah, and they gave it to us in Final Fantasy 15, even though it had like a terrible car system, but like
the car system was rather.
The car system was dumb. It was dumb. I don't even know.
Lackluster.
You know what?
It was lackluster.
It was dumb. It was dumb.
It was dumb. I used it once. The first time they make you use it,
dude.
I'm good.
The one thing that doesn't make any sense about their car system, probably the biggest thing that doesn't make any sense about their car system, is that they gave us a car system in Final Fantasy VIII. You know how to do it. You literally know. You've already done it. We even had to fill the tank. We had to put gas in it.
Yeah, it was fire.
You know what to do
when I had to do that, dude. It was so sick.
And then when the garden like turns into a ship, you can just hop in it, fly it around, land it, jump out, do what you want to do.
Yeah, when you get the Ragnarok, like you know how to do. You know how to make us allow us to travel, and then you give us this car, sirs, ma'ams.
You can't just park the Audi wherever you want.
Are you doing?
Like, put it next to it's gonna rust, man.
And then we can drive it, but we can't actually drive it. We're just sitting in it.
So bad. It was so bad.
You gotta make sure that you park it on the side of the road. You know, you gotta take proper care of it, or
Reese, it was horrible. It was the worst part of that game.
It was pretty damn bad. They could.
It was horrendous, dude. But I do have hopes that hopefully they hear the community and whatever they do, that Final Fantasy 7 R2 is a lot more open, because that's how Final Fantasy is, especially Final Fantasy 7. Like once you get out of Midgar, the world is yours, you know. So hopefully
they do it right, but the world is yours.
They do it right, and I am pumped for 16. All that to say that Square seems to be getting their traction back. They seem to be getting their footing back, and I'm pumped to play Bravely Default 2. I want to see it. I want to see what this game's about. I'm pretty hyped.
I'm dummy hyped. I'm about to play LO right after this stream, man.
You want to play Dirty Bomb after this stream on Call of Duty Cold War?
See, every time. Everybody always does this to me every time.
I got to cook and stuff. I'm good, but maybe because I have to. I gotta play some other stuff too. No, but yeah, Bravely Default 2, man. Hype.
So
26, Switch.
I guess that means it's time for everybody's favorite segment of the week. Is that what I'm getting from this? Reese, you do not have to do the bam 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 anymore because we actually have theme music.
That's pretty good.
All right, let me chill. Stop doing the bam, 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 bam. We've upgraded from the bam, bam, bam.
It's beer.
All right. This game hails from publisher Square Enix. Developed by Kavia and Macrospace, but that's for the mobile version.
It's Erg's. Nice.
This game was released in 2003, so too far ahead for that game.
Conker's Bad Fur Day. I knew it. Finally, he picked Conker's Bad Fur Day, dude. I've been waiting for this.
Shut up.
It was released in 2003, September 2003. This is for PS2. Still no?
No.
Drakengard, man. Drakengard. So.
Oh my God.
Did not come to mind at all.
My man chose Drakengard. Yo, Drakengard was sick. Wow. Drakengard was amazing. That was a fire. I beat that game. I had to beat that game. That game was fun.
I don't think you beat that game.
I beat that. You get to fly a dragon, bro. You get to fly a dragon. Yo, and you got mad weapons, and you can level up your weapons. Yo, that game.
I thought this was B's throwback of the week, my guy.
B's pick. Okay, B's pick.
You
know what I'm saying? He gets to pick the game. Okay, and that's what he did. He picked it, so he did his job, and I get to do my job and talk about this game because this game was fire. You're just mad because you never played it before.
I wasn't really that interested in it, so sure.
Wow.
Because your opinion is wrong. Okay, that is why.
No, dude. So
stirring the Thursday pot. I love it.
Around the time of those, like when these action RPGs were like getting on the main, like they started to get their footing, right? Because action RPGs in the past were always like top down, right? Like Taken and Secret of Mana and stuff. It was always like top down, whatever. And then all of a sudden you had Kingdom Hearts and Drakengard and these other games, and you're like, whoa. And this thing was crazy to me because I'm not a huge aerial combat guy. Like in Warhawk, you could jump in a plane and fly around. Cool. Like sign me up for that, you know? But like Ace Combat, not really my thing. With this, bro, the way that you could just go from ground, like action RPG combat, changing weapons and doing crazy stuff to just hop on the dragon was insane. It was insane. I had never played anything like this. And I usually don't go for games that have like just like legions and legions and legions of enemies. That usually gets boring to me. Like I can play Dynasty Warriors for like an hour, then I got to turn it off, you know?
An hour? Wow.
So, yeah, I don't really like hack and slash games all like that. Like they just don't, they're just brainless. I don't know. That's the best way I can put it. I don't know.
I like hack and slash and beat 'em up games with like a story, you know, I love Devil May Cry. I enjoy those series, but like the main thing I can think of is Dynasty Warriors, where there really is no story. You're just hundreds and hundreds of enemies, you know? And it's just like you're just pressing square over and over and over and over and over. It's like, but this game did it for me, man. This was the first installment in the Drakengard series. And then I think as I was told, the Drakengard series spun into the Nier series, right? The Nier Automata.
It has a connection with Nier Automata as well as Neo, and one of the alternate endings.
Right. Yeah. So this game has 5 endings, I believe. So, but yeah, man. I remember buying this game. I remember getting this game and going crazy on it and telling everybody about it, and then I never saw it again because all my friends took it. Like they all had a turn. I never saw it again after that.
I beat that game. Oh, yo, I beat that game. I had to beat that game. That game had me hooked. I never played 2. I think I maybe started 2 and it didn't play the same, or maybe it was a different character. Something put me off from playing 2, and then I just never. I basically just beat 1, and that was my taste with the series. But yo, I love that game.
Yeah, dude, it was like the perfect blend of an Ace Combat and Dynasty Warriors with like the RPG elements to carry you through, like leveling up and all that. It was dope. It was a fire game, fire concept, fire game. In Japan, it was known as Dragoon. I never knew that.
Interesting.
I never knew that. But that mixture of ground-based hack and slash to aerial combat with the RPG elements it was cool, man. It was one of those games that came out and it kind of changed the way we look at RPAs and things of that nature. It kind of made you feel like you can play an RPG, but it didn't have to be turn-based.
Like I said, I just don't like hack and slash games. I beat the first Devil May Cry because I don't know. Dante's my dude. I really like his swag.
He's a cool character.
Yeah, I like his swag. But after Devil May Cry 1, I didn't really connect with the other ones. But that game Drakengard, it was like a hack and slash, but like with RPG elements. So it was, that game was fire. That game was too good. That game was fire, bro. Like
they literally smashed like a couple of game types together. Well, you know, like sometimes you can smash some game types together and it's like, nah, good concept, bad execution. Yeah. This thing was good concept, great execution, man. It just hit. It was just a hitter. It was a heater. It was like I'm reading some of the things on the wiki of like the praise and stuff. And one of the praise that it got was Drakengard is a perfect hybrid of genres. Like it just it was.
That was like one of those games I had more fun watching someone play and have fun with it rather than me playing it. That just wasn't mine.
and it was crazy because it got mixed responses. Like it got responses that were super positive, and then it got some responses that was like, it's just a hack and slash. It is mad. But when you dove, it's not. And like when you dove in, you really got to see that thing was special. There was a special game, and now you're looking at Nier Automata, which in my opinion is because of Drakengard, right? Like if this game doesn't do well, maybe you don't see that game, or maybe you do and it's a different way. But it's like Automata is considered an RPG, not a hack and slash.
Yeah.
RPA, right? Or something?
Yeah. Let's say RPA.
It's an action RPG.
Yeah.
Role playing.
But like, if you was to just look at it, it just looks like a Devil May Cry. It's what it looks like. It looks like a hack and slash game, unless you know. So just a huge shout out to the Drakengard series, especially the original. I beat 1. I think I touched 2, maybe, and it just wasn't as hot. But Drakengard 1 was a special game for me. I bought it with my own money when I was younger, and it was just a dope game. I think it spawned and created a space for these RPAs to the masses,
I love Drakengard. I will definitely stand by that game. If anybody's like, yo, Drakengard, yeah, but yes, play that. Yo, I got an idea for Drakengard. Play that. Yeah, you want to play that? Play that.
It's all right.
Play that. Bro, you ain't played the game. You ain't got no say in this, okay? This conversation is for you, all right? Go play Drakengard.
Yo, real talk. Like, I will stand behind Drakengard. Like, play it, and if it's not for you, like, watch somebody play it. Dude, it's fire. Yo,
I watched y'all play it.
So much fun, dude. Like, you be getting busy. Then you call the dragon, hop on the dragon, just mow someone.
Yeah, dragon just boom, come down and eat. Yo, that game is, bro, you can fly a dragon, bro. You flying a dragon.
At will. Just, hey, yo, my man. And he just show up. You hop on. Yeah, man. I'm trying to remember, what was the dragon's name? I know the main character's name was Kayam, but I don't remember the dragon's name.
I don't remember. You said the main character's name was Kayam?
Yeah, Caim.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The main character's name in Lost Odyssey is Kayam.
Yeah, Kayam. Okay. But I don't remember the dragon's name. I'm trying to find it. Aerial combat.
I wanted to see if it was on
Angelus.
His name was Dragon.
You can fly a dragon, fam.
Flying a dragon.
Was Dragon.
His name was Ayo, my man.
Ayo, Dragon.
It was getting too real. Summon the dragon.
I went to see if it was on PlayStation. Now it's not. So
but this was one of those things like Square Enix was trying something. They were trying to talk to the Western Hemisphere. They were trying to bridge that gap. And this game did well. It did well.
What is Sony doing? What is Sony doing?
What do you mean?
Reese just said he was looking for Drakengard on PlayStation Now, and it is not available. Like, when are y'all updating y'all library? How do you go? How do they go about choosing the games that go into their PlayStation Now library?
You know what? That should be an interview. Like, yo,
an interview?
An
interview with a Sony individual.
Give me your processes. Like, yo, you have all these hits. You labeled it greatest hits. You gave it the red case, all that stuff. Obviously, the game is good. So why aren't you emulating it? Like, why are there some staples?
Dude, it's not even that. Forget that. No, forget that. Forget the staples. Forget this game, X game, Y game. Put your library in the digital realm. You need to put your library. You need to compete with Xbox Game Pass. That's what you need to do. You need to have, I need at least, you know what? If I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, you need at least 80% of your library, okay? I'll take 80% of your library. The fact that I can't go on there it's like trying to find something on Netflix. Netflix don't ever have the hot stuff no more. You're like, oh, it's Christmas time. I want to watch Home Alone. You go type in Home Alone. Oh, you see at the top movies related to Home Alone. Like,
oh my goodness, that's
like Netflix lost all their stuff because everyone has their own streaming services now.
Yeah, so like it's like, bro, like you need to go and get. Do what you need to do to get 80% of your games on to PlayStation Now. Do whatever is necessary. You need to go do that because, dude.
That's why I'm like, we need to have like, all right, not really, but getting that information would be interesting because there could be any number of factors that we don't know about that, who knows, Microsoft was able to achieve it. Like some of those companies might not be around anymore. So how are you going to obtain the IP to be able to emulate the game? Maybe some companies don't want their game to be streamed on the service. So that's why that's missing. There could be any number of reasons. So knowing that would just put me in a better place.
How is why. Yeah, you know, I'm not hearing none of that. I'm not. How is it that it's like Xbox got the only games that Xbox don't have is those really obscure games, like the really
and they're
obscure
trying to
games.
get them,
and
like
they're actively right. They're
like,
actively trying to get
that's
them.
That's the thing, right?
Now
that's
we know.
Hold on, Reese. Hold on. What's the thing, B?
Like that's the thing, right? Is yes, we understand that they had hardware implications and all these things, and they were trying to just think about going forward that they kind of completely foregone their backwards compatibility. We get that. But bro, it's 2021. With the power of these processors and all the software, they can make it happen. They're just choosing not to.
Mind you, it's not even.
No, we can't say that.
Wait, time out. But it's not even. This is the digital world. It's the digital world.
Right.
It's nothing to do with it's nothing to do with this box over here. It's the digital world.
Digital monsters.
The champions. We don't. They can be digital only one. You could put a damn super processor in my room that'll play every game in the world. That doesn't mean that Sony will be able to obtain said game for me to play on there due to whatever circumstances that Microsoft was able to overcome. We don't know.
Bro, but some of the games are the same. Some of the games are the same. Some of the games are the same and they're on Xbox.
Okay, Microsoft probably asked for that. And like I said, we can't say that Sony's not willing to do it. We know that Microsoft is going to do because they've said publicly that they're trying to do it. We haven't heard anything from Sony. They could be.
Oh no, they have. They have told us. There was like, oh nah, we don't care. It's not sustainable.
Non-sustainable.
Yeah, we don't think it's sustainable.
And then they flipped it. Oh, we're working on something.
Yeah, we got something in the works. We got
something in the works.
So until I see what's the term, labor of love is, and see what it yields, then I will bash them. But until then, do whatever you're doing, and you better do it right because Game Pass is tearing a new hole through you right now. Game Pass
is
already out. Game Pass has been doing its thing. You know what I'm saying? And they
16, 17, 18 million subs now.
They had PS Now came out, which PS Now banned a thing as well. So it's like
2 billion.
You had mad time. You had mad time to get right. You had mad time to get right, to put the pieces in play to do what you need to do.
That's my thing. Listen. It's like it hasn't been a part of their plan. And to say that it has is cap. Because they even said it themselves. They weren't focused on backwards compatibility.
As a matter of fact,
they said that.
Even just beyond backwards compatibility, they said moving forward that digital gaming would be a detriment to their company. This is what Sony said.
They said that. They specifically said that.
Of course they're gonna backtrack because you're stupid. Of course you're gonna backtrack. Digital gaming, the future of video games is a detriment to. What are you, dumb? No. You need to get right.
The future of how we consume media is mostly digital. I stream everything.
How are you gonna give me the? I don't have to get out of my chair to turn my game on. How are you gonna give me the ability to download a game into my console? You allow this. You allow me to download games into my console. I no longer have to go to the store to buy a physical game anymore. You release a console that's all digital. You release a console where you don't even need a disc, and you're telling me that it's a detriment to your future? Shut up! You're stupid.
Yo, straight up, bro. How do you release a digital only version of your? Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
Shut up.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Go back to the lab on your PS Now. Go work that.
That was good.
And work with and figure out how you can compete with Game Pass because you sound stupid.
Real talk.
All I'm saying is we can't just not jump to conclusions and say they're not willing to do it. They're willing to do that and the other. Let's just see what they're gonna do with whatever their backtrack. And if it's not up to par, then the hellstorm is coming from Key because he is not gonna be happy.
Bro,
man, I just have no hope. I just have no hope for them because they're just starting it now.
Mm-hmm. Better late than never.
Yeah.
They're just starting it now, bro. Like, so it was never a care for them ever. It was never a care for them to bring experiences from the past to us. It was they didn't care.
Not at
only
all.
thinking about going forward. Like, and yes, I'm all about technology going forward. I want that. But also these experiences that have shaped my life for the past 20 years, I still want to be able to just play them at any point if I choose to. The fact that they just didn't care. They openly didn't care about it until the community was like, we care about it and Xbox is smashing, so we're gonna go over there.
Not to mention, I'm not even talking about. So you have Game Pass, right? That's a good majority of, or a good portion of their games, but they also have the Microsoft Store, which between Microsoft Store and Game Pass, you have access to, I'll say, like 99% of all the games that came out, right? So it's not like every game is free. You're not just giving away games. Like, I paid $20 to play Lost Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like 9 times out of 10, somebody's not going to go out looking for that type of game. You can make sales on digital games, on games that don't need a physical. You don't have to put in the investment in these physical aspects, or even run out of stock. You just sell it digitally. I can go buy Knights of the Knights of the Republic that came out for the original Xbox that I never played. Everybody said was a phenomenal ARPG. I can go buy. I think it's like $15. Who even sells original Xbox games anymore? You know what I'm saying? You have to go to a niche mom and pop store to find something like that.
Do that. Go on eBay.
Yeah,
on eBay. Buy something second from a person rather than buy it from your company. I would go in and just buy it digitally from your company, from the source. If you just gave it to me, if you allowed me to buy it.
It's ridiculous.
If you allow me to make that purchase, somebody's a fan. If you had, it's not on there, unfortunately. But if I could buy Eternal Sonata, I would definitely buy Eternal Sonata. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have these people. You have people willing to pay, anywhere between $10 and $20 for games that aren't on shelves anymore. You're losing out on money. That's money. That's money potentially being that you're not making.
And to Reese's point, it's like, all right, maybe you take out for now because they're just starting it now, right? But they could have at least put games that they published on there. At least going back to PS1, they was like, nah, bro, we don't care about none of that.
Dude, Legend of Dragoon. I bet you can put out Legend of Dragoon for $30. I guarantee you have some people buying it. You'll have thousands, hundreds of thousands of people buying it.
Easily.
I guarantee you. Please don't do that. $30 is a lot for an OPSX.
That's
game.
crazy.
Please
That's crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make a point.
We're going fisticuffs if you charging that much, bro. We going fisticuffs.
You would make sales, but don't do that. Don't do that to us, please, please, please,
$30?
Don't, please.
If it's not remastered, 30 bills, might not be me. Might not be me.
Please,
$19.99. I can hold you to that. But a non-remastered turning up. But bro,
I can't stand y'all every time. This is the third time y'all have done this to me. We'll talk about a PS1 classic game, and I'm like, yo, where's my PS Classic? I can't find it. I want to play the game now.
You know what? I think, I don't know. It's weird. Something just clicked, and I think I'm over it, and I think I can go back and play Legend of Dragoon now. I think I can go back and beat it. I think I can do that now.
Wait, we talked about this
last week. We talked about it. Anything, is it?
Huh? I don't know
it's
where it is.
It's not even on Steam or anything. You can't. It's just like trying to find YouTube, bro.
It's a myth.
Like,
yeah, you can't get it because they don't want you to have it. They don't care about you.
It's great. It's true, bro. It's true, man. All that to say, Drakengard, the original, fire, but you can't play it unless you own it. So there you go. So if you've never played Drakengard, I feel for you, and if you did, awesome. You wanted a crew, man. That's a great game.
Yeah, Drakengard was phenomenal. I didn't even, or maybe I did know, I just forgot. But shout out to Square for making it because that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's dope. That's dope. Square doing
right.
some stuff.
After getting Key all wild up like that, because we need that at least once a month.
Whew. I was definitely getting triggered.
How y'all feeling with today's news? IO.
Oh yeah.
Quasi abandoning Hitman and working on other projects to identify.
Little recap. Hitman 2, no, Hitman 3, right?
This is Hitman 3, yeah.
I'm indifferent. Like I played shortly one of them and don't really, I mean, good for everybody that's getting it. Unfortunately, it's their last one, but I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I'm pumped on it. I love the series. I love those types of games, the stealth and all that, and changing clothes and all that crazy cool stuff. I'm excited for it. I'm excited that even though Square is no longer affiliated with them, that IO was able to hold on to themselves and keep their IPs and things of that nature. So that way, this Hitman, and down the line, whenever they come back to it, will be done by the same company. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
Good on Square to release them to themselves and let them keep their IP, because obviously they're very well invested in it. They're fair for it. One of the interviews, like, I'm probably gonna cry when I'm done developing this game because it's so integral to the company and themselves. So, with this being their first independent release, I'm looking forward to it. See what no external influence or anything, what they envision the Hitman.
Absolutely.
As far as Digimon goes, that's gonna be a pass for me right now. I mean, I love all the ideas that's going behind it. I just don't love I want to say gameplay, but the gameplay is actually pretty. But the battle system is actually pretty dope. Just how you traverse through the gameplay, I'm not really digging on too well, and I would like to see more on it. Unfortunately, there isn't more. I do really like that it's an anime, like fully on anime scenes in it. I think that's really cool, but as of right now, it's a pass, I guess, until I see more or it's on like some kind of super sale.
Yeah, I'm in the same realm. I definitely want to play a tactics game that I can connect to like that, and I was really excited for this game.
Same.
It's kind of a bummer about the story gameplay as opposed to the battle gameplay looks sick. So it'll definitely be on my radar. It'll be a game that'll be on my radar, and I'll probably watch someone play it, hopefully. Or if it goes on a super sale, I'll cop it.
So Bravely Default 2 instead of Digimon.
Cop, I'm buying it.
That's probably a cop.
I'm about to pre-order it.
That's gonna be a buy. That's a purchase. So
is that a game?
What do you mean?
Is it?
It's a game.
Oh, it's a full price. You ain't skipping on that. That's a full.
Come on, cuz you ain't skipping. What's wrong with you?
It's coming out on Switch. You know,
it's a Switch. Switch games. Yo, I'm just gonna stand by my statement, and I will stand by it until I die. All Switch games should be no more than $29.99. I don't care of your opinion, your thoughts, none of that. I do not care. All Switch games should be no more than $29.99. Period.
Too bad you're about to pay $60 for this game. So
I am. Shut up. Okay?
Moving on.
I don't agree with that because of the hard work that the devs do.
It's fine to have a wrong opinion, but like they
like hours is hours, man. You got to sell these games, man.
So what do you think? The devs don't.
I blocked Key out from this point because he's.
You don't think devs put in work on $29.99 games?
Absolutely, absolutely they do. But
so there you go.
Games of this nature, I give them their bread. I give them their just due. Give me just due.
I don't even know why you responded to this.
Man. Wait a minute. First of all, they already got paid. Yeah. The devs got paid. The devs get paid from the company, not from the sales.
What does that have to do with anything? How you know they don't get bonuses based on how many sales they make?
You make more sales if the price is only $30.
Negative.
Positive.
Right, we go.
If you pay $60 for a game, you wouldn't pay $30 for a game?
Oh, I definitely pay $30 for a game.
Not necessarily saying more people are going to buy because it's $30. They're going to buy because it's Bravely Default.
You will you can bring in more people. Like, okay, for instance,
if something costs less, you're going to bring in more people.
Digimon comes out $30. You'll get a lot more people that was on the fence versus it being $60 and saying I will wait till it's on sale at $30 or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that because
it's a $60 game. Key deal with it.
That's how my brain's wired too. I agree with that. But Breath of the Wild, $30 bills? I don't know, man. It's a huge
all
game.
Switch games, all Switch.
I blocked Key out. Wait, I blocked Key out. Can you hear him? Is he still?
I hear him. I hear him.
Switch games spewing $30. I'm sorry, not $30. $29.99. Depends on your tax bracket, where you are, where you live.
Oh man, yeah, man. I am getting Bravely Default 2, so we can all play it together. We can do that.
Ooh, look at that!
It'll be the first time in a minute that we'll all be able to play a JRPG at the same time.
Since Final Fantasy VII, if you want to count remake.
Oh yeah. Yes, since 7R. Yeah. How about that?
In any case, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it, man. We can wrap it.
Ooh.
Nah, I'd rather just chill out right here for a little bit. I'm comfortable right now.
Yeah, well, I got to go play Lost
Digimon.
Odyssey so I can have time and space to play Bravely Default. So I'm gonna end this.
You're gonna play for 5 minutes and then go to COD.
Thank you.
Come on, at least I played Lost Odyssey for 30 minutes. I'm gonna make it count.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you everybody for tuning in. This was a great episode and a nice new welcome to the new year. Manic Monday it was. Really appreciate it. We got a lot of actual what did we get a lot of? Subs. Gifted subs.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Gifted subs that happened. And it was crazy. I couldn't really react, but it was crazy. You guys are nuts as always. Really appreciate it. In any case, that's going to do it for today's episode. This has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.